Welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are here on Smackdown in the Go Home show before Money in the Bank, which will feature the tag team Money in the Bank match, and you'll see who becomes the new tag team women's Money in the Bank holder. We start with pre-show, two teams that are not in it. Bad Reputation, the new team, getting a win, but Rosa Mendez got injured, so that's not good. Not saying like it's anyone's fault, so I'll take that. Nia Jax got a bit of a squash victory over Demi Bennett. Again, just what it needed to do. The Heartbreak Express picked up a victory over the Diamonds. I don't know if they're related. They were both in NXT, but I thought I'd use them. But one's a heel and one's a face. Yeah, whatever. We gave Lou a victory over Crazy Mary Dobson. The Psycho Ward pick up another victory over one of my potential new NXT tag teams. Some good young talent coming through there. We then have Carmella. I feel we needed a victory going into Money in the Bank. I beat Kelly Skater. Ludaka picked up a win. And you've noticed that these pre-show matches are not getting as high a rating as the pre-show matches we had on Raw or Shockwave. You can say that my lower card people were nowhere near as over or capable of carrying matches yet. Terence Terrell, who is probably the star of the people I don't quite have a storyline for at the moment, picked up a victory. Anna and Joyce O'Brien, another victory, only a 36, and that's really poor. And we start the show with Sasha Banks in the middle of the ring saying Charlotte has gone undercover to expose Ember Moon for the fake she is. So, we then cut to a video of Charlotte searching what is meant to be Ember Moon's sort of lair, and we go all found footage, and all we see is Charlotte sneaking in, trying to figure out what all this weird stuff is in this lair, and then the lights flicker out, and Ember Moon is stood face to face with Charlotte. Charlotte hesitates, the lights go out again, and Ember's gone, and then suddenly Charlotte is just there screaming and running aimlessly, and you see Ember Moon grab the camera, look at it, smile, and drop it. And Sasha is freaking out in the ring. She charges up the ramp to the back, and that is the end of the opening of Raw. We then have our women's Queen of the Ring, and we let Alicia Fox pick up the victory here, thanks to a distraction from the Jet Set, taking out the tag team champion Angel Williams of the equation. Edge confronts Sasha, so Sasha, you cannot leave. Tonight you have to find some tag team partners to face your number one contender, Paige. I will deal with this Charlotte Ember issue. Paige wanted to go off script, but it is the first time she's ever asked for this. And it looked like it worked for her. The idea of Paige kind of isn't there, but this is just moving the story along. She kind of only just waves, she doesn't really say much. In our Money in the Bank, we went quite early on this. It was not going to be as good as the men's, but still, 57, I'm actually really happy with that. We ended up giving technically Flawless the victory here, which is Ruby Riott and Taylor Hendricks, who are not the best chemistry. So the Jet Set have a tag title shot. They've just had one. I know technically Flawless have been in and around the tag titles. The only other person I may have gone with is because I want to try and push Scarlett Bordeaux. But otherwise, they're all averagely good. I feel my tag team division on this show needs a real push to the next level. So they are officially our Money in the Bank holders. We then cut to Nikki Bella saying, Oscar has beaten all of these, well, rookies, if you want. They've never really gone very far, and now she's going to have to face a real dominant female wrestler in myself. And I will take that Intercontinental title off her once and for all. Just you watch. Which brings Oscar out and just sort of says, you think I only fight amateurs? I've been fighting for years, and I've been making women tap out, pass out, and cry. You'll be no different, Mrs. Cena. Yeah, we're going to play that card. And Oscar's gone aggressive. And 93 keeps this one really coming along well. We then have another Queen of the Ring where Kaylee Ray picks up a victory. I went with a couple of the underdogs again. I feel like if I keep picking all the good names, it's just the same old. This is a real push to try and get Nikki crossover. Bayley comes out and says, well, Nikki, you've been dominant. I agree that you could be a star in the future, but you need to start respecting us. But Nikki just sort of gets in the ring, looks at Bayley, goes and sits in the corner like this crazy Nikki Cross we know does. But then Becky Lynch comes out and goes, you Bayley, stop getting enough of people's business. I'm tired of this. You always think you're something special, and my new attitude has proven that you are not as special as you believe. In a Money in the Bank, I will face you to shut you up for good. As for Nikki, why don't we get out the ring and let her show everyone what she can do? So we're teasing that Nikki Cross will eventually face Bayley, but we're going to have Becky Lynch versus Bayley at Money in the Bank. And Nikki Cross gets a squash victory again in 48 seconds. They didn't click, which I don't think really matters too much for a short match, but never mind. I'm okay with that. It's never going to be great. We then have Carmella in the ring, saying that Naomi may have reinvented herself with a little glow, but let's face it, we all say she'll never be a champion like the Queen of Staten Island, myself, Carmella. And Naomi comes out, does her whole dance routine, and goes, you know what, I'll show you tonight that I'm championship material. You just go and sit at the announce table and watch me win. So we have Naomi defeat Gail Kim. They didn't click, which is surprising. I gave Naomi the win. Gail Kim is good. So Naomi shows Carmella she can win. And Gail Kim picks up a defeat, which brings out the Young Lionesses storyline, where Natalya, Tessa, Ludaka, and Nana come to confront Gail Kim, who has Aaliyah, Dana Brooke, and Tusakashi to back her up. This is again just to try and pump the popularity of these. At Battleground, these two meet in a total elimination match, so we're building up to that slowly. And in the final one for tonight of the Queen of the Ring, Thunder Rosa picks up a win. She's been losing all the time, so I thought I'd actually give her a win. It's a terrible match, really. If we go on pre-booking, there was only Gail Kim versus Stephanie Sinclair left. I couldn't do that because Stephanie was in the tag team Money in the Bank. So yeah. We're backstage now, and we see... God, Rosa Mendes again, Paul. Rosa Mendes and Cameron sort of looking through Billie Kay and Peyton Royce's stuff, looking at them, mocking their outfits, doing this whole, yeah, you're just a young, unstylish couple, look at us, we're glamorous. and which they react. And there's a little brawl, but nothing fancy going on backstage. I threw in this one just to calm the crowd, where Mandy Leon picked up a win. I was trying to give her a little couple of pushes. Stacey Fraser is leaving at the end of this contract. We then continue with our build-up to Money in the Bank. We know Charlotte and Ember, the other two, but these are the other four. So they all cut a promo on their belief that they could go on to win it, which leads to a nice little tag team match. It's not the greatest, but you have to remember, like, even like a Summer Rae is not over. It's really bad, this. Like, I gave Alexa the victory because she is the most over, and it helps the Evie storyline along because Mickey and Summer Rae are both in that. We then flicker back on, and a camera flickers onto the Titantron, and Ember Moon's there. She's just laughing and going, "This Charlotte, she thought she was coming to scare me. And how scary is she?" And what you see is Charlotte tied up, covered in like horror makeup, like Finn Balor demon style. And Ember Moon says, "Look at this. This is your queen. This is the one who is scared of me at Money in the Bank. It won't just be Charlotte scared of me. It will be Sasha. Because I will become the women's champion, whether it be Sasha, Paige, or whoever has a match with the champ. But Sasha, you will never see me lose to your friend Charlotte again. And we will settle this on the first Smackdown after Money in the Bank." So we're actually going to put that match in. It's going to be more than just a one-on-one. We are going to have, it sounds bad, but I want to go with Last Woman Standing again, but it's not going to happen with that. I need something, so we're going to go with Falls Count Anywhere. So this could go all over the arena. It's going to be Charlotte versus Ember Moon on the next episode of Smackdown, as long as nobody gets injured in the ladder match. And then we have another little cooler match. We have Evie picking up a win over Kimberly. As I said before, I'm trying to push Evie a little bit. This just helps. Edge goes backstage and tells Sasha that that match is booked. We're going to have that match next week, but you better not interfere. If you lose your title, you will not get your rematch. If you retain your title, I will strip you of that belt if you help Charlotte in that match. Got it? Now get out there and do the business tonight. In our main event, we got an 86. That's great. That is great. We went Hail Mary here. We put the 6 biggest names who are in the arena. Charlotte and Ember are not here, remember? And that works really well. In the end, Paige and Asuka and Bayley win when Bayley pinned Becky Lynch. The idea is that Sasha walked out. She was tired of waiting to see what happened to Charlotte. And Becky and Nikki were just sort of, where are you going, where are you going? And they just ended up walking into a pin. And we end the show with the 4, with them 3 victors celebrating. It's classed as a promo, but I like this as a celebration. They all sort of stare and point at the people they've beaten. No one really has to talk too much, but they've all pumped up everything that needs to be said and done. I'm happy with that. Asuka doesn't work when other people don't follow a script. And Paige struggled this time. Strange. I'm hoping for a strong 80. 85. That's good for a Smackdown. The only way I could get probably a 90 on Smackdown is if I have Bailey versus Sasha, Charlotte versus Paige, and the pay-per-view matches, which I don't want to waste on the shows. It seems fair, I think. We're going to head back to the main screen and look at some news. And we are now back to the main screen, so let's check the news. I don't even know who Robbie Ellis is. Is this somebody? Okay. Where's that employment history? I don't even know. Fair enough, I'm not going to worry too much about that. TNA contract offer. DJZ. I swear I bought them out, but never mind. Maybe I didn't buy them out. There's a different one I bought. I've just been buying out all the companies that haven't been doing well. Mendes injured. Ashley Lane doesn't connect with the crowds. Okay. Let's see what Rosa Mendes' injury is. It seemed like a cut, so I don't think she's going to miss any time. There's it. 2 days. So it's not even a worthy of telling me sort of injury. Let's be honest, it doesn't matter. So we're not doing too badly for injuries now. If we look at storylines for Smackdown, the Bailey rebound should be higher, I feel, because of that match. But never mind. Charlotte rebranding is way up there. Great show for them. Good for them too. This is a lot stronger than you would imagine it to be. And the women's title down a bit, still quality. And that's really high for what I'm expecting. Dable's title is really going along. Intercontinental again is carrying it, and that's always going to be weak because they're all pretty much unknowns, like popularity wise, apart from the leaders. Roman Reigns still number 1. Naomi's top on there with Nikki Cross, which is great. Triple H is on there, and he's done no matches since WrestleMania when he lost. So his momentum is all promo work. And it's good to see Nick Jackson on there. Thunder Rosa's getting closer to leaving the First to see if there are any changes in the women on here, because there was a lot of segments that got good ratings. I think that's only fair to double check. Sasha lost, so I expect her to have gone down. Let's see. Nope, Sasha has gone up to number 13, which is great to see. This went down. It's good to see Finn Balor at number 11 too. That's strange. Punk's gone. Is that Punk's gone up and not done anything? And Seth Rollins has gone up. Paige, I believe, has gone up, as has Oscar. Stayed about the same. Charlotte's back up to the 80s for those promos, I'm guessing. And Bailey and Becky Lynch have both fallen. And I think she's actually gone up 1, which I'm delighted to see. So that was going to be all for this show. Next time we're going to come back with Shockwave, and you'll find out the final members of the inter-promotional such tag team match at Money in the Bank. Thank you all for watching.